Alright guys, the other vegetable we're going to make is just some baked or roasted asparagus. So this is 2 stalks of asparagus that I bought from the store, broke the ends off, washed and cleaned. I'm going to do a light drizzle of avocado oil across them. Then I'm going to do a squeeze of some lime juice, followed by some salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, black pepper I should have clarified, and then a little bit of garlic powder. So when I cut the lemon, I cut it in half and then try to pick out as many seeds as I can with a knife to help mitigate getting seeds on my food, because then it's a pain to have to go back through and pick them out. Or if you miss one and then eat it, then it's real bitter and gross. So again, just trying to get a nice even coat. See, this one had a lot of seeds left. And then do a little bit of salt right across of it. Again, this is only a teaspoon, or a quarter teaspoon, sorry. So I'm going to bake it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes or until they're nice and browned. And this is the cayenne pepper, just a real light dusting here. Follow that up with a little black pepper. And then last but not least is the garlic powder. And again, I'm going to use a whole teaspoon of garlic powder. Just trying to dust this off across it as best of my ability. Boom, that's it guys. I'm just going to throw these in the oven and we'll come back to them in 20 minutes. Alright everyone, I took my asparagus out a little early, about 17 minutes, but this is it. Nice and tasty. It's got a nice little crunch. Cook it longer if you want it to be softer. Again, like I said, I like my veggies with a crunch, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Remember to hit subscribe, like the video, ask me questions, tell me what you want to see next. I appreciate it. Alright guys, so a quick throwdown on vegetables. We're going to be cooking some zucchini, bell peppers, and onions. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Depending on how you cut your zucchini will dictate on which vegetable you could cook first. So I did a pretty thin slice on the zucchini, so they're going to cook pretty quickly. So I'm going to cook my bell pepper and my onion first. So first thing is going to be the bell pepper. So this is 3 bell peppers, all cut up. I have a red one, an orange one, and a yellow one cut up into some decent sized cubes. And then I have a whole onion that I've chopped down into kind of a rough cut that we're going to add as well. And we'll just get these onions mixed in with the peppers so that they're both all coated pretty generously in avocado oil. And we're just going to stir and let these guys cook. Again, I'm on like a medium to high heat. And I just want to kind of cook these down and start getting them to be a little softer. Alright guys, so I put a lid on them and let them cook for a couple of minutes just to kind of trap that moisture. But I'm not going to cook these down quite as long as I did the onions originally in the bean taco video. So I just wanted to get these a little heated up. And I'm going to go ahead and add my 4 zucchinis that I have down into a thin slice. Same idea, I'm going to get all this mixed up. And then I'm actually going to add a couple tablespoons of some apple cider vinegar. So the vinegar does 2 things. It's going to give it some flavor, but it's also going to help break down the vegetable a little faster. Think of cooking it with like an acid. So that's kind of what we're going to do. It's going to speed up the cooking process, but it's also just going to add a nice unique flavor to these veggies. So again, I just did 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This isn't how you have to cook your vegetables. Like I said, just giving you an example. So I'm going to mix all this up and put a lid back on it. Alright everybody, so after about 12 minutes of cooking with the lid on, the vegetables are all pretty wilted and soft. I do like to leave them with a mild crunch, my personal preference. Cook them longer if you want them soft. But now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my seasonings. So I like to add seasonings and herbs and stuff at the end, because you can burn them if you start cooking with them too early, which I think quite a few people make that mistake. I know I did when I was younger. So I'm going to turn down my heat to a low medium at this point. Give it a good shake of some black pepper. I'm going to throw in some salt, a pinch of dried basil, and then probably a dash of cayenne pepper. So again, this is that Himalayan pink salt. I'm going to do, this is a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm just going to do 4 of these bad boys, make it 1 whole teaspoon. And like I said, a pinch of dried basil. This will kind of accent the Italian, excuse me, Italian chicken kebabs. And we'll just stir all this up, and these guys will be done. So, obviously, again, season it how you want. You don't have to do the apple cider vinegar thing, but it is just nice flavor, a nice change. It gives a cool texture to the veggies. So we're going to divvy this up across our Italian chicken kebab dish and the baked curry dish, and then I'm also going to be making the asparagus next. So we'll have 2 different vegetable choices to go with each meal. And that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. As always, be sure to like the video, hit subscribe, drop me a couple lines, tell me what you want to see next. Thanks.